contact tracing is ongoing. Bears have been off since Thursday's win against Tampa Bay. Chiefs are scheduled to play home Sunday against the Raiders. Cam Newton, Stephon Gilmore did not practice today for the Patriots as the team was able to reopen its practice facility. Texas A&M, Kyle Trask, 2 touchdown passes in the first half for the Gators. Third quarter coming up on ESPN TV. Oklahoma 17-10 lead right now on Texas Sooners with 2 turnovers in the first half. Oklahoma replacing Spencer Rattler at quarterback with Tanner Mordecai in the second quarter. Texas just a few moments ago with a touchdown and a point after. That game now tied at 17. Clemson Tigers home tonight against the Miami Hurricanes. Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney joining the game day crew today.
Who knows who's what right now? Go back and check the last however many. We don't know if we're a top 10 team. There's a lot of top 10 teams that at the end of the year aren't even ranked. So we don't know who we are. We're just trying to prove it every single week and move on to the next one if we get that opportunity. And that's really all we think about. We don't get caught up in all those other narratives and those things.
Since 2015, Clemson 6-0 in ACC play when ranked number 1. Kickoff tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern between Miami and Clemson on ABC television.
Coming up Monday, the celebration will have to wait at least another game for the Lakers as the Heat take Game 5. We got all of it covered. Monday, 6 Eastern, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin, ESPN Radio, ESPN News.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
Mike Nolan has got to turn that defense around, and you can't have excuses. Too many players on that defense is talking negative. That's too much.
Monday morning starting at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on
Hello.
Hi there. How do I get rid of this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Being popped up on the production CPU and it's in my way.
Let's exit out.
I couldn't see the X. It was a black background with a very dark gray X. I.e. that,
Right.
They want you to activate whatever it was.
Well, we don't want to do
So,
that.
how's your connectivity?
Seems like it's okay. How would I sound?
It sounds like it's laggy a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes, and if necessary, I'll have the phone ready.
Yeah, it's got a how do I say this? Are you wearing a mask at the moment?
Yes, I am.
That would explain it.
Okay. I mean, as long as it's not breaking up, we'll be fine.
It's not breaking up. I mean, there's a little like a warble-ish to it.
Okay,
I just don't know what your restrictions are.
Right. So what we're gonna do here, I have the here because we did it this morning, so it's not on the hotkeys today. So I'll be playing it from here. And the first break into halftime, I want you to play the NFL Network now as part of the break, and we're gonna make it a little bit longer so I can do my stats.
And that's going to be.
And that's on the hotkeys.
Oh, there it is. Now I found it.
And you don't have to let me know about how many spots are left because we're going to go way over because we don't have that many.
I'm counting 12.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll be probably playing them all multiple times.
Oh, and we have a stream sponsor too. Okay.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay.
I see we have the stream sponsor, the Kreshak ID, but no Lins. Okay, that wasn't E.
Okay, I have to get some pronunciations here before we go on the air. So I'll be back in just a few moments, okay?
Later, bye.
Okay. Picard?
card.
like
Yep.
Jean-Luc.
Yep.
Joe Ryder.
Yep.
Chris Peer. Ben Monson.
Yeah, and he's not here today, so or he's there.
Brian Hobscheid.
Yep.
Hobscheid. Thomas Gerald. Silver.
Cyber.
Goldbranson.
Bill Branson. Yep.
Ashton Klink.
Trust.
Okay. Braden
Cross him
Larson.
And a
Spencer Hoyt.
Yep.
Colin
Krompetich.
Crom.
The teams around the league, you got to do something about that if you're the NFL.
So here's what's difficult, in my opinion. First of all, it's an awful look for the Titans because they get a second wave of positive tests. We do not know if the actual second wave of positive tests occurred because of these workouts. It doesn't work like that. You can't know the moment of transmission. So the question for me then is, does the fact that can we just say that the workout itself is so egregious that you forfeit a game? And I need to know a little more than I know, to be honest with you, Joe, about the rules about these kinds of things. If the NFL, however, said, you guys are closed and you cannot do anything else, you cannot, and then they did it, then I think you can make them forfeit a game because, getting rid of a pick or a fine. But that's forfeiting bad to me, because a forfeit to me is the worst thing you can do. I mean, you're taking guys' paychecks. You're affecting the game. You're affecting other teams not involved in the game about whether or not they'll make the playoffs. So I need to know, and this I don't know. Did the NFL say don't do this, and then they went and did it? Because I need that before I forfeit the game.
That's a great question. So let's follow it up with this, right? The idea of shutting down the facility is taking place. Why? Because we don't want people gathering because we have a positive test. So if you shut down the facility and then say, well, they said we couldn't gather outside, it's the same thing.
But, you're a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. If the law doesn't say it, people will skirt it. I'm just saying to you, there's no doubt in my mind that the sort of theory behind the policy is don't go meet on another campus, right? But at the same time, if the NFL did say explicitly to do it, I don't think you can make them forfeit a game.
Yeah, I think, whether it was explicitly written and conveyed to them, they understood the stakes. And that's the overall theme of what we're watching this season. Is the idea was everyone understood from the outset, if we had an outbreak, Joe, that the entire season could be shut temporarily. And now we've had outbreaks in multiple places. That is problematic. And that, to me, is what the NFL has to address, man.
Well, the NFL, we all agree that they're going to have to do something. Joe, let me ask you about the next step beyond the Titans. This is going to keep happening. Obviously, we have apparently a conditioning coach with the Chiefs. Do you think this sort of juggling and, okay, we're going to play on Tuesday and we have a bye week, point that the NFL may have to say, the Super Bowl's
work, it's going to look bad, and we might not get 16 full games, and we might get random Tuesday games, Wednesday games, you name it. We might get a Super Bowl push back, but let me tell you this, there is no way Roger Goodell can be the guy who presided over the one sport that couldn't figure it out when he had more time and more money than anybody else to get.
No,
100%. There was no contingency plan. They rolled the schedule out that rolled out in previous playoffs. They were so worried about the competitive advantage for the one seed over everybody else. They never thought a way to make sure you could get all 16 games played. We know we're going to need to make adjustments. It happened with the Marlins. It happened with the bubble. All the great teams with home field, or I should say home court advantage, like the Bucks in Orlando. That was going to happen, Myron. Everyone's going to need to make some adjustments. But the fact that they didn't have any additional weeks built into this schedule is just bizarre to me.
Yeah, that's a problem. But are we sure we can just move the Super Bowl, which isn't just about the game, it's about all the festivities attached to the game? Are you sure you can just move that Cardi B concert? You think you can just reschedule Hootie and the Blowfish?
What's she doing? What is she doing? First of all, I know Hootie and the Blowfish aren't doing anything. It's like, I know that. The Cardi doesn't have anything else to do. It's COVID time. She can't
just pick up that. You got to give her advance notice before you switch things around.
Most years, I would agree with you. But this is a year where I think you could move it. We'll get played on time that week, whatever it's scheduled this year. Joe, they were correct. That's what America is about in 2020. The Texans head coach is vacant. to the Houston Texans game day on ESPN Radio.
Don't miss a minute of Keyshawn J.
Hey, Chad.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I-
Okay.
Weekdays at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN News.
It's time for Newman Catholic High School football on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices. Cardinal football is brought to you by Cellcom, the Cloverbell Credit Union, Edward Jones Investments, Scott Muszynski, Jim Kreshak Jeweler, American Family Insurance, Jim Nick Agency, M&J Marine, Mensner Hardwood, PGA Sun Printing, and the Wausau Mine Company. It's time now for Newman Catholic High School football on your home for the Cardinals, SportsFan 98.9.
Significant road trip today for the Cardinals in my 5-minute trek from Newman Catholic High School, but it is around 60 degrees, a terrific 8-man matchup today between Newman and Northwood Solon Springs. These are two teams that have been among the best in 8-man football over the past 3+ seasons. In fact, if you go back to when Newman Catholic joined 8-man football in 2017, the Cardinals have had records of 10-0, 11-1, 12-1, and so far this season 1-0. So that means for Newman Catholic, 34 wins and just 2 losses during the course of their 8-man team that started in the fall of 2017. And Newman Catholic has not lost any games in the regular season. Their only 2 losses came in the WIAA playoffs 2 years ago in a state semifinal against Sevastopol, and last season in the state championship game against Luck. But meantime, their opponents today, the Evergreens of Northwood Solon Springs, have also been outstanding in recent years. Back in 2017, they had an 8-2 record, an 8-3 mark, and they also lost to Luck. So again, their issue in the Luck Cardinals. So over the last 3+ seasons, Northwood Solon Springs has 27 victories and only 8 losses. They come Luck last week and lost of 38-6. That came after 2 weeks ago in their season Prairie Farm by a score of 36-8. Meantime, the Newman Catholic Cardinals, they've had some time off. They have not played since defeating Greenwood 35-16 in the season opener 2 weeks ago at Newman Catholic High School. Cardinals were scheduled to go to Marion Tigerton last week, but on Friday, the day of the game, found out that Marion Tigerton couldn't give it a go. So ultimately, the Cardinals not able to play last week. 1-0 on the young season for Newman Catholic. Newman Catholic is ranked number 2 in the state in the WISports.net coaches poll this week in 8-man football, behind only Luck. And Northwood Solon Springs comes in with a state ranking of number 10. For Newman Catholic, in week 1, very high percentage pass day for Dylan Ackerman. He was 16 of 19 for 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions in that victory. Ackerman also added 72 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Thomas Bates led the Newman Catholic run game with 18 attempts for 88 yards. He had 2 catches, but they were both for touchdowns. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, a total of 104 yards receiving for Piffner in the season opener. Evan per carry and has scored 3 touchdowns. So we will have to keep a close eye on him, as we'll hear in our pregame interview with head coach Paul Micklig in just a few moments. So we got ourselves a good one. 2 ranked teams, 2 8-man football players over the last few years, the Newman Catholic Cardinals and Northwood Solon Springs. Coming up, we're going to hear the pregame comments of the head coach of the Newman Catholic Cardinals. I'll be talking to Paul Micklig coming up next. It's Newman Cardinal football. We're going to take a 3-minute break. Come back with more. This is Cardinal football on SportsFan 98.9.
What matters to a trained comfort specialist? Cool summers, cozy winters, and an energy bill that's light as a feather, no matter the season. Because your comfort is a matter of opinion, and with a trained comfort specialist on your side, it's also a matter of fact.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin trained comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a trained comfort specialist.
It was a dark, misty night with a howling wind.
And all you could hear was a distinct clanking sound coming from a distance.
What's that? Familiar, yet somewhat eerie.
As you draw closer, you hear the bubbling coming from perhaps a nearby cauldron.
Then you hear it, the clank of glasses from the next room.
Dan, stop it now. You're getting too creepy. Why not just tell everybody to stop in at Wassamine for some spectacular food and drink?
Come on, everyone. Enjoy the good times at Wassamine on Stewart Ave in Wausau.
Menzner Hardwoods, located in Marathon, Wisconsin, founded in 1894, is a leader in the hardwood molding industry. They're a proud supporter of the academic and community excellence demonstrated by the staff and students at Newman Catholic High School. Newman's mission is excellence in education in a Catholic environment and to enhance the personal and spiritual growth of their students to meet life's challenges. Menzner Hardwoods is a sponsor of Catholic High School's athletic program.
Retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you. Your retirement assets fit into your so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor at 715-849-5258. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIC.
Coach LaFleur, here's your headset to communicate with the booth. Good luck in the game today.
Thanks. Okay, guys, let's do this. What are you seeing up there?
Please press 1 to speak to an offensive coordinator.
Wait, what?
Press 2 to speak to a defensive coordinator.
I don't have time for this.
Para escuchar en español, marque 3.
You gotta be kidding me.
Remind you of your wireless provider? Cellcom offers live local customer service from a team that's here to provide clarity.
For a menu of stadium food options,
Customer Cellcom, $250 on amazing smartphone.
Newman Catholic High School football continues on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and your mobile devices. This afternoon, Cardinals making a road trip up to Minong and take on Northwood Solon Springs. From Northwood High School, I'm Chad Holmes, joined by head coach Paul Micklig. And first of all, Coach, bad news is had a terrific pregame interview last week that will never see the light of day because, unfortunately, you had an unscheduled off week. Obviously, you came in expecting bumps in the road, but it has to be disappointing. Great to be back on a beautiful Saturday to be hitting the gridiron.
Yeah, Chad, we don't go back. Talking about what happened in the past is pointless. So we're moving forward, and we have an opportunity to play a very good team today. And the ride up was one of the most calming, relaxing things that I've done to get away from everything in the world. And then I hope the kids got to work. Yeah, a Saturday in October, if you're a high school student, and that's what was given opportunities, and this is an opportunity.
In now your fourth year in 8-man, there's been a handful of teams that have been consistently very good in 8-man football in the state of Wisconsin, and this is one of those. Northwood has been a team that was, seemed to be a perennial participant in the Jamboree before the start of the WIAA playoff. So today it's going to be a challenge against a good football program.
Yeah, very good team, very well coached, and the same coach over these past a few years, and actually
on air since your season opener, a really good Greenwood squad. What did you find out about your team in the first game of the season? Because you often learn a lot in that first game. What did you find out about your team in that first game against What did you find out about your team in that first game against Greenwood?
Yeah, people do say that, don't they? They all say they say you learn a lot about your team after that first or second week. They all do say that. Those lay people are really they're lay. They know what they're talking about. I'm wondering what they would say if about our team, because we had them, and part of that might not be with because of the off season, things like that. And I didn't think we were as sharp as we need to be. But you know what? Hopefully we corrected that and get that and be a little sharper today and play good football. Win or lose, if we play good football, I'm satisfied, and I think we're going to play.
It's one of those easy ones, but what does the team have to do here?
We just got to make sure that we don't have no pre-snap penalties and put ourselves in first and long right away, 15, 20 yards, something like that. We got to stay away from that. And then again, turnover battle. The one thing we didn't do in that first game was turn the ball over, and obviously anybody will tell you that if you don't turn the ball over, you're in good shape. And then the third thing is they got some weapons, and we got to make sure that we contain those weapons. And if we can contain that running back and make somebody else beat us, we'll be in good shape.
Today.
Thanks, Chad.
Head coach of the Newman Catholic Cardinals, Paul Mickler. Welcome back. Get you set for the opening kickoff. It's Newman Cardinal football on Sports Fan 98.9.
For more than 60 years, Sun Printing has been Central Wisconsin's commercial printer of choice. Student or visit them online at sunprinting.com.
Insurance? Think again. You might be surprised at how maybe it's time to swap a few small expenses for some big peace of mind. Life insurance can protect what matters most, and it's the right thing to do. Let's talk today.
For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 715-359-5055 or stop by 224-706 Zinnia Drive in Wausau today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company.
American Family Insurance.
Settle down. I've called everyone together to talk about the problems we are having. You go first.
Boss, the sinks in the back room are all stopped up, and there's a leak in the water pipe.
Well, that's easy. Call PGA Incorporated. PGA can handle all of our plumbing issues quickly, and they will get it done right. Next.
The lights are flickering in the plant, and the circuit breakers keep tripping.
Just call PGA. They can fix any electrical problem, big or small.
Sir, everyone's complaining about the heat in the summer, and in winter, it's freezing in here.
PGA. They can look at our system, repair it, or they'll design a new high-efficiency one that will save us money, just like they did for my house. People, for plumbing problems, who do we call?
PGA.
Electrical.
PGA.
Heating and cooling.
PGA.
Excavating.
PGA. PGA. When you need help with plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling, excavating, commercial or residential, call PGA Incorporated at 715-355-6717. Online at pgainc.net.
What's your idea of fall fun? Maybe it's hitting the trails on a new ATV. Then it's time to call CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. Or if you're thinking of a UTV for hauling wood or hunting, or maybe just because it would make the tasks around your property so much easier, it's time to call CCU. ATVs, UTVs, utility tractors, and their attachments for care of your property. Whether you need it for fun, the job done. Clover Belt Credit Union is here to help with the great rate financing you want. What are you waiting for? Life's too short and winter's too long. Thinking about a motorhome or maybe a snowproof for your ATV or utility tractor? Call CCU for great rate financing. And if you're thinking motorcycle, Clover Belt Credit Union has the financing you need for the bike you want. Call or apply. Wausau.com. Check it out. For vehicle loans, for mortgages, for financing fall fun, call Clover Belt Credit Union. That's CCU. Local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong.
W255D in Wausau and WXCO Wausau. Jim Kreshock Jewelers in Rib Mountain, where nobody says I do like we do.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating, your leading trained comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994.
And our national anthem today from Nynong and Northwood High School as we are set for the kickoff of today's 8-man matchup between the Newman Cardinals and Northwood Solon Springs. Thanks to our sponsors of Newman Catholic High School football, including the Newman Catholic Friends of the Gridiron. The Springs lost to unranked team in the state a week ago. Two will line up on the left. Cardinal North Evergreen. Last night, we had Wausau West falling to DC Everest by a score of 42-7.
Is Jacob Pfeifner, and for the Evergreens, Alex Slavinsky will be number 49.
So ready to go. Kicking things away for Northwood, number 66, John Leiden. Here's the approach. And the kickoff, and we are underway. It's angled to the far sideline, takes a bounce, and goes out of bounds between the 30 and the 35-yard line. Well, the Cardinals will get good field position to get things underway. Again, the offense up and down a little bit in their season opener 2 weeks ago. In the end, high percentage passing, solid running, but some mistakes in terms of early movement made things more difficult. There were a couple of drives after the weather delay where they struggled a bit, but in the end, in the fourth quarter, able to make the plays they needed to pull away for that victory. Cardinals will begin 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Again, the quarterback, Dylan Ackerman, who was a solid 16 of 19 passing in the season opener. Cardinals come out with Charlie McCarty lined on the right-hand side, 2 receivers on the left-hand side. Empty backfield. Now motion by Thomas Bates. Fake handoff. Keeping it is the quarterback, Ackerman. Finds a big opening. 40 to the 45. Breaks a tackle at the midfield stripe. Down the near sideline to the 40, to the 30. Cuts back. 25 to the 20 and brought down right there. A 45-yard quarterback keeper by Dylan Ackerman made some good moves, broke a tackle, and the Cardinals are quickly in business, already moving into the red zone at the 20-yard line. So 45 yards on that first play from scrimmage for the Cardinals. Going to the far sideline, getting the play from head coach Paul Micklig is Dylan Ackerman, and the senior will now jog back into the huddle. Charlie McCarty split far to the right. Nick Brenner lined up next to McCarty on the left-hand side. Jacob Piffner. Thomas Bates lined up to the right of the quarterback in the shotgun. There's the snap. It's a handoff. Bates up the middle. Spins off a tackler, falls forward, and picks up about 5 yards on that first down play. Getting the tackle for the Evergreens was Brady. The tackle for the Evergreens was Brady Krampetich. So Thomas Bates, who had more than 1,700 yards rushing a year ago as a freshman, just under 100 yards in the season opener. Cardinals back to the line of scrimmage. Piffner again lined out to the left. McCarty's far to the right, slot to the right, Nick Brenner. Dylan Ackerman starts the count, takes the snap. Another quarterback keeper right up the middle, diving for the first down stick, and I think he will, well, he's going to be very close at the 10-yard line. And it looks like he may just be a shade short. Yep, it'll be about half a yard short of the first down. So third down, very short from the 10 for the Cardinals.
Third down and less than 1 for the Cardinals.
Plenty of options now for Coach Micklig as he hands the play again to Dylan Ackerman. Third down, again, it looks like about a foot to go as the Cardinals, the first series of the game, 10 minutes even to go in the first quarter, still no score. Staying in the shotgun is Ackerman. Starts the count, takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it on the right-hand side, over the top and thrown behind Nick Brenner, complete. So that will leave a fourth down and very short for the Cardinals.
Fourth down.
Trying a safe pass for the Cards, but that throw was off target and thrown behind, actually. It was a screen pass to the right-hand side to Brenner, but up high and also behind Brenner. Even if he makes that grab, his momentum was going away from the goal line. See what the Cards do. Would expect Thomas Bates perhaps be the target, or even Ackerman here on this fourth down and about a foot to go. They will stay in the spread look. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Bates lined up to the right of Ackerman. Ackerman takes the snap, looking to throw. Ackerman fires, it's tipped, and it is grabbed. Grabbing the deflection was Gavin Wolf. What a grab by Gavin Wolf. It was deflected. He was falling to the turf and used one hand to pick it up right off the top of the grass. So the Cardinals going for the pass on 4th and a foot. they're able to move the sticks. It'll be first down and goal to go from about the 7-yard, call it the 8-yard line, to pick up on that fourth down play. Cards back at the line of scrimmage. Piffner in motion to the left. Now he'll settle on the left-hand side. McCarty lined up to the right. There's the handoff. Thomas Bates up the middle, cuts to the 5, and he'll be hit right there and dropped right there. Short pickup on first down. It's rather difficult as the cards go to my left. The way the sun is angled, it's very difficult to see the line, so I'm going to guess they're at about the 4-yard line. The other way, where the sun is not angled, you can see the lines perfectly. If you get inside the 30-yard line, as the Cardinals go into Northwood territory, again, very difficult to see the lines. It's such a beautiful day. The sun is shining so brightly, making it a little bit difficult up here. But now second down and goal to go. There's the snap. It's quarterback keeper. Diving for the goal line, and coming up just short at the 1 is Dylan Ackerman.
Just short of the goal line.
So Dylan Ackerman knocks on the door, and it'll be third down and goal from the 1 now for the Cardinals. It looks like the Cardinals will go with their jumbo package. Jogging in for Newman is Ben Hardesty. Perhaps see Dylan Ackerman under center for the first time this afternoon. Cardinals have taken 4.5 minutes off the clock on this. The first quarter, still scores. This time under center will be Ackerman. Offset I formation, dotted by Thomas Bates. There's the snap. It's a quarterback keeper, and into the end zone for a touchdown, Dylan Ackerman. So the Cardinals, a 6-5-yard drive featuring 53 yards on the ground from Dylan Ackerman, take a 6-0 lead. The big play was the first play, the 45-yarder, and also the big play was that fourth down and short, the deflected pass that somehow Gavin Wolf was able to grab one-handed. Charlie McCarty will now attempt the PAT. Hold is down, the up, and it is good, just inside the left upright. And with 7:15 to go in the first quarter, it's Newman Catholic 7, Northwood Solon Springs nothing. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Newman football on Sports Fan 98.9.
Best boats in the business, the best selection, the best people. For 100 years, M&J Marine has set the standard for sales and service, and let them prove it with a new Lund boat powered by the quality and performance of a Mercury outboard. Take a trip through their massive showroom where there's a boat show every day. The best brands and Mercury go boldly only at M&J Marine. I-39 to exit 181 Mosin E. You'll notice the difference. M&J Marine.
Chad Holmes again from Minong, way up north here in Wisconsin. 7-0 Cards, 7:15 to go in the first quarter. That was a 65-yard touchdown drive. It took 8 plays for the Cards, culminating with a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Dylan Ackerman. Charlie McCarty will now kick it away for the Cards. It's a squib kick. It goes off an up man and then covered up at the 45-yard line. Grabbing it for Northwood was Chris Pure. And good field position now for the Evergreens on their first offensive series.
Number 5, Chris Pure.
Cyber Goldbranson is the quarterback for the Evergreens. He's hit on 17 of 35 passes, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions so far this season. He is alone in the backfield now. Shifting over is Krompetich. There's the snap. It's a handoff. Krompetich goes up the middle, dives forward, but going down low is Charlie McCarty to chop him down after a pickup of just 1. Nice job by McCarty going down low against Colin Krompetich. It'll be second down and about 9 yards to go now for Northwood. All green for the host team, the Evergreens, and all white with the red numerals for the Newman Catholic Cardinals. 2 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. There's the snap. Fake handoff to the sweeper. Instead, Krompetich up the middle again, and not much room again for him. Wolf is able to get a piece of that tackle for the Cardinals. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards for Northwood Solon Springs. It'll be third down and 7 now for the Evergreens. That time trying to use motion man as a decoy, fake handoff on the sweep to the left. Cardinals still played very well between the tackles, as you say, between the guards here in 8-man football, and now 3rd and 7. 3 receivers, 2 left and 1 right. In the throw. Left-hand side complete, up to the 45 in Newman territory, getting the first down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. Bryson Hobscheid. So Hobscheid is able to get the first down after a pickup of 10. Brian Hobscheid was open on the left-hand side, and a good fire by Goldbranson, right on target. Quick release by the Northwood Solon Springs quarterback. So a 3rd down conversion for Northwood, and the drive continues at the Cardinal 43. 5:40 to go first quarter. Newman Catholic with a 7-0 lead. Now an empty backfield. Shifting back into the running back position is Krompetich. There's the snap. It is a handoff. Krompetich up the middle again. This time keeps the feet pumping inside the Cardinal 40 to about the 39. In on the tackle for the Cardinals, both Thomas Bates and Jacob Piffner. So it'll be 2nd down and a long 6 for Northwood. 2nd down and 6 from the Cardinal 39-yard line. So Northwood Solon Springs looking to respond after the Cardinals got a touchdown on their first offensive series of the game. Football near the left-hand hash. Back to the line of scrimmage come the Evergreens. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cyber Goldbranson in the shotgun. Actually a pistol look now. He'll take the snap. Now it's an option to left-hand side. He'll keep it himself, turn it upfield, and he'll be tackled at the 35-yard line. As getting the tackle was Brendan Shaughnessy for the Cards. That will leave Northwood Solon Springs about 2.5, close to 3 for the Evergreens. 4-yard pickup by Cyber Goldbranson on that option to the left. Taking their time now in the huddle is Northwood Solon Springs. They'll go back to the line of scrimmage. Football remains on the left-hand hash. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. This time 2 running backs behind the QB Goldbranson. Goldbranson starts the count. Hard count at the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. There's a handoff. Going towards the first down sticks. Diving forward is Colin Krompetich, but I think he may just be short of the first down. Depends on the mark. Oh, they gave him a pretty good mark. That could be. Well, let's see if they bring out the sticks. Ball marked at the 33-yard line. They're going to say it's just short of the first down. Boy, judging from the sticks on the far sideline, that's surprised they don't bring it out, but it'll be 4th down. Call it about half a yard to go now for Northwood. So now an opportunity for the Cardinals to stop this drive. Back at the line of scrimmage, Goldbranson alone in the backfield, starts the count. Oh, and some early movement on the right-hand side of the offensive line for Northwood, and that will cost the Evergreens 5 yards. Make this 4th down situation more difficult now for Northwood. It'll be 4th down, about 5.5 yards to go. So trying to use the hard count instead of getting the deep to jump. And it was Northwood that jumped a little bit early. Offense still on the field for Northwood. Ball at the Cardinal 37-yard line. This time 2 receivers lined up on the right, 1 on the left. Krompetich, the running back, lines up to the right of his quarterback, Goldbranson. Goldbranson takes the snap, looking to throw, fires right-hand side. It's complete, near sideline 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone is Colin Krompetich for a 37-yard touchdown connection from Goldbranson. And it's now 7-6. So Krompetich took the pass and then turned it down the near sideline, untouched into the end zone. Defensive back tried to cut in front and get to the pass and knock it away. Well, once he missed, that led to an easy touchdown for Northwood, and they will be going for the 2-point conversion. There's the snap. Up the middle, big quarterback is trying to plow his way in, but he will not get there. Shaughnessy along with Dylan Ackerman. That was Josh DeLayden. 6'6", 250-pounder, took the direct snap, tried to run it off the right-hand side, but could not get in. So with 2:46 to go in the first quarter, it's now Newman Catholic 7 and Northwood Solon Springs 6. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Newman Football on Sports Fan 98.9.
See this badge? Of course not. It's radio. It says Train Comfort Specialist. It means we're expert technicians and as reliable as the Train systems we install, keeping your winters cozy and summers cool. And when you do see this badge, you'll immediately feel more comfortable.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin train comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a Train Comfort Specialist.
And Chad Holmes back from Minong, where both teams have scored on their first series. The Newman Cardinals got their extra points, so they have a 7-6 lead, a 1-point advantage. But a fourth down conversion, 4th and 4.5, turned into a 35-yard touchdown connection to Kropotich to get Northwood on the board. So back deep again for the Cards will be Jacob Piffner on the right-hand side and Thomas Bates on the left to return this kickoff from Josh DeLayden. Here's DeLayden's approach and the kickoff. High end over end kick. Got a good foot into it. Goes over the head of Jacob Piffner all the way to the goal line. Picked up at the 1. Now he'll move left-hand side to the 15 to the 20. Cuts back to the 25. Lost the football. The football is loose and diving on it and getting it back for the Cards is Eli Gustafson. So Gustafson able to get on that loose football and keep possession for the Cards.
Picked up by Gustafson of the Cardinals, so they will retain possession at their own 20-yard line.
First of all, I thought for a moment that ball got to the goal line, but it did not. Picked up just outside the end zone. And there is also a flag back of about 15 yards from the point of the tackle. Referee coming over to the home sideline of Northwood, and it will be holding on the Cardinals.
We've got a holding call against the Cardinals.
So the Cardinals will face a long field to start off this second possession all the way back to the 10-yard line. So that's where the Cardinals are, 1st and 10. 33 to go, first quarter. 7-6, Newman with the lead. Cards will come out with 2 receivers on the right-hand side. Split far to the right is McCarty. Brenner in the slot, right-hand side, and Piffner lined up to the left. Dylan Ackerman in the gun, takes the snap, looking to throw, has time. Fires it deep down the right-hand side. Charlie McCarty's got a step. He goes up, makes the grab at the 40, to the 45, to the 50. McCarty to the 40. McCarty is going to go all the way. 90-yard touchdown. Charlie McCarty on the bomb down the right-hand side. And once McCarty got it, he was able to stretch it out from the defenders, go untouched into the end zone, and the Cardinals take a 13-6 lead. Charlie using his height as well to go up over the top of the defender who closed at the very end before that pass arrived, but able to make the grab cleanly and take it all the way to the house. Boy, one play, quick drive for the Cards, and now Charlie McCarty will attempt the PAT. Good hold that time by Ackerman. The snap was a little to his right, but able to put it down, and McCarty drills it, and the Cardinals take a 14-6 lead. 2:17 to go in the first quarter, 14-6 Newman. Kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cardinal football on Sports Fan 98.9.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Jim Nick, agent. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you with no cost lapse. For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 7-1.
Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
American Family Insurance.
Quite a start here from Minong, where the offenses are off to 2 series for the Cardinals, 2 touchdowns, 1 series for the Evergreens, and 1 touchdown. 90-yard touchdown connection between Dylan Ackerman and Charlie McCarty has given the Cards a 14-6. Picked up at the 37 and then tackled at the 40 was Landon. So that's another good field position start on this series for Northwood Solon Springs. They started their last series at the 45, went 55 yards for the touchdown, and now start at their own 40. Back to the line of scrimmage come the Evergreens with 2 receivers on the left-hand side, 1 on the right. Cyber Goldbranson in the pistol. Starts the count. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Looking left. There's a ball fake. Now he pumps it deep down the left-hand side. He's got a man open. Kroptovich makes the grab at the 20 to the 15. Breaks an ankle tackle and goes into the end zone for another long touchdown. Kroptovich now with 2 long touchdown receptions. First 37, this time 60 yards. Back-to-back one-play touchdown drives. First for the Cards and now for the Evergreens, and it's 14-12. Kropotich made the grab at about the 20. A diving tackle attempt, got a piece of the ankles, but he was able to keep his balance and get into the end zone. So now another 2 fireworks display of offense we've seen in the first 9 minutes and 58 seconds of this game. Branson back to the line of scrimmage, looks for the defense, now starts the count. There's the snap. Now he's going to run it right-hand side. Oh, the Cardinals saw it coming. He still fights, but he'll be brought. The Wolf gets a piece of the tackle down low. The Cardinals was Gasper, but at the end, short of the goal line is Northwood. 14-12, Newman with the lead. We're going to keep it right here before the kickoff. But 3 for 3 passing now for Cyber Goldbranson for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dylan Ackerman throwing his 2 out of 3 for 92 yards and a touchdown. But Cardinals can't be happy with the long touchdown passes they've allowed here in the last 2 plays from scrimmage for the Northwood Solon Springs offense. And Kropotich, he's done it both on the ground and as a receiver so far for Northwood. So 2:02 to go in the period, 14-12. Newman with the lead, and the kickoff coming up. Cardinals ready to go, waiting for Northwood to get out onto the field. So 4 series and 4 touchdowns so far. Again, kicking it away for Northwood Solon Springs will be Josh Delyden. Well, both the kickoff units are getting plenty of work so far in this game. Be the 3rd time kicking it away in this first quarter for Josh Delyden. Gorgeous day, blue skies, not a whole lot of wind, perfect fall afternoon for high school football. Delyden waiting, and now here comes the approach and the kickoff. He'll angle to the far side, and that will be out of bounds. And the Cardinals, again, will start at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ball goes out of bounds between the 30 and 35-yard lines of the Cardinals.
So 2 kicks angled off to out of bounds for Delyden, and he had a good kick the last time around that forced the Cardinals to start deep in their own territory. But now the Newman offense back out onto the field. Cardinals back to the line of scrimmage. Thomas Bates is going to line up as a receiver in the slot on the left-hand side. Split far to the left will be Piffner. On the right-hand side, far to the right is McCarty. And Nick Brenner in the slot. Empty backfield. Motion by Thomas Bates. Fake handoff. Up the middle. With it is Ackerman. Finds a little bit of room. Plows down to the 40, maybe to the 41. So a fake handoff on the jet sweep to Thomas Bates. Up the middle. Getting a solid first down gain is Dylan Ackerman. Up of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cards. 5 rushes for 58 yards for Dylan Ackerman in the first quarter. So Ackerman 58 yards on the ground, 92 through the air, 140 yards of total offense in the first quarter. Cardinals will stay with a 4-receiver set. Again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Now motion, this time from Brenner, going to the left. Handoff, Brenner, it's a reverse. Now Thomas Bates to the right-hand side. Bates turns the corner. First down to the 45, to the 50. In Northwood territory to the 45, and knocked down at the 43-yard line. A reverse handoff to Brenner, then coming from the left was Thomas Bates. And the Cardinals quickly back into Northwood territory. A 17-yard gain on the reverse for Thomas Bates. 1:09 to go in the first quarter. 14-12, Newman with the lead. Offenses continue to move up and down the field in the early going. Again, jogging to the far sideline, Dylan Ackerman. Some Cardinal fans on the far side as well, behind a fence, behind the Cardinal bench. Still 4 receivers set. Another empty backfield for the Cards. Ackerman takes a look, starts the count. Motion by Brenner. There's the snap. Keeping it himself is Ackerman. Trying to ball forward inside the 40 to the 38. Again, not a lot there, but a hard run on the right-hand side of the offensive front by Dylan Ackerman and gets a solid first down play. Second down and about 5 yards to go for the Cardinals. Clock continues to run. The Cardinals, I think, will get one more play off before the end of this first quarter. They'll break the huddle with 13 seconds to go. This time Bates will line up to the right of his QB. Ackerman starts the count, takes the handoff. Thomas Bates up the middle. Bates plows forward inside the 35, close to the first down at the 34, and that will be just short of the first down after a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the Northwood Solon Springs 34-yard line when we start the second quarter. End of 1. Newman Catholic 14, Northwood 12. Back in 1 minute. This is Cardinal football on Sports Fan 98.9.
Settle down. I've called everyone together. Problems we are having. You go first.
Boss, the sinks in the back room are all stopped up, and there's a leak in the water pipe.
Well, that's easy. Call PGA Incorporated. PGA can handle all of our plumbing issues quickly, and they will get it done right. Next.
The lights are flickering in the plant and the circuit breakers keep tripping.
Just call PGA. They can fix any electrical problem, big or small.
Sir, everyone's complaining about the heat in the summer, and in winter, it's freezing in here.
PGA. They can look at our system, repair it, or they'll design a new high-efficiency one that will save us money, just like they did for my house. People, for plumbing problems, who do we call?
PGA.
Electrical.
PGA.
Heating and cooling.
PGA.
Excavating.
PGA. PGA.
When you need help with plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling, excavating, commercial or residential, call PGA Incorporated at 715-355-6717. Online at pgainc.net.
Back again from Minot. We start the second quarter, 14-12 lead over Northwood Solon Springs. But the Cardinals are on the move. They'll have a 3rd down and about a yard to go at the Northwood 34-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. There's the snap, looking to throw, rolling to the right. Ackerman fires it downfield, has McCarty. McCarty keeps his foot in bounds right on the near sideline. Terrific catch at the 16-yard line for an 18-yard gain and a first down. Boy, McCarty went up high, but still had the body control and awareness to get 1 foot down just inches in bounds. Down about 10. 14-12 yards, 5th offensive series of the game. Cardinals have had 2 scores. Northwood Solon Springs have had 2 scores. Side, Brenner is Jacob Piffner lined up alone to the left. Thomas being lone set back to the right of his QB. Option to the right. Zachman pitches it off. Outside the 50, back to the 10. He's fighting for the sticks. Still fighting on 3 green jerseys. Will push him back on 9. Nice option play that time. And Aaron took the shot as he pitched it off. Waited to the lane. It's a touchdown and take a 20-12 lead. 69 yards on 7 carries and 2 touchdowns first half for Ackerman. Cardinal, the PAT, Northwood Solon Springs 12.
Well, the same concept can be applied to long-term investing. Hi, I'm Scott Mashinsky with Edward Jones. Investing a little bit at a time on a regular basis can really add up. We call this systematic investing. To learn more, stop by our office on 7th Avenue or 715-849-5258. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
See now if the Cardinal D can get that first stop of the game. Here comes the approach to the McCarty kickoff. It's a line drive going for a touchback. But we have seen the whip kick the first 2 times not work all that well for the Cardinals. That time they let Charlie score 2 touchdowns in the first half. They missed their two-point conversions and now find themselves down by 9. Cyber Goldbranson, 3 passing, 107 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Colin Kropotich has caught those 2 touchdown passes for a total of 97 yards. 2 receivers left-hand side, 1 to the right for Northwood. Now motion from left, right. Krop takes the handoff, trying to get to the corner. He will not. He'll right-hand side, and Shaughnessy able to chase down Kropotich. It'll be 2nd down and 10. This week, they get the number 2 ranked team in the state, Catholic. Evergreens themselves ranked number 10 in this week's 8-man rankings from WisSports.net. Again, this time 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Looking over the defense is Goldbranson. Starts the count. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking to throw. Halftime. Now he's flushed. He will be brought down as Charlie McCarty comes in and gets the quarterback. McCarty able to have Goldbranson to the left-hand side. And that will leave a down and about 16 yards to go for Northwood. Now call it 3rd and 15 from the 15. The initial protection was there, but then broke down rather quickly as Charlie McCarty was able to show his athletic ability to get Goldbranson, who looked like he was in a moment. So 3rd down and very long now for Northwood. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They need to get to the 30-yard throw. Here comes the rush. Sets up the screen, knocking it down. Thomas Bates knocked down the screen attempt to the right-hand side. 36 to go in the second quarter. 20. Good punt going back, calling for a fair catch in his own territory at the 45-yard line is Dylan Ackerman.
Ackerman called for a fair catch as they're going 45-yard line.
So there the Cardinals will begin. Brady Kropotich had that punt for Northwood. Good punt. Cardinals will be back action next Saturday afternoon back at Balliet Field at Newman Catholic against Tri-County. .com. Yeah, also 2 receivers to